Other interesting political news, you have Vivek's 4-step plan for election integrity goes viral. Now, this actually got about 3.8 million views in a single day, so pretty darn impressive. And this comes as Vivek is actually responding to Benny Johnson. And Benny Johnson originally spoke saying, Judge overturns a Bridgeport Democrat majority primary election, calling evidence of fraud shocking. Quote, the volume of ballots so mishandled and such that it calls the result of the primary election into serious doubt and leaves the court unable to determine the legitimate result of the primary. That was what Judge Clark wrote in his ruling, adding that the videos, quote, are shocking to the court and should be shocking to all parties. And this is when they had a video of a gal by the name of Wanda Geter Pataki, who's vice chair of the Bridgeport Democrat Town Committee and operations specialist for the city. Looks like they're just stuffing ballot drop boxes, which, well, I don't, the only thing I disagree with is this shouldn't be surprising. We all know election fraud is just exponentially increasing throughout time. So I don't think it's really shocking. We all knew it. I think the more shocking thing is that the judge actually did something about it. That, however, that is the shocking part of the instance. Now, Vivek's response to this statement or this tweet, Vivek says, quote, here's the way forward on election integrity. 1, single day voting. 2, make election day a national holiday. 3, paper ballots. 4, government issued voter ID matching to the identification on file. This is easily doable and should not be controversial, unquote. Which is very true. It shouldn't be controversial, but, well, it is for people who want to cheat, I believe. Almost insulting, ridiculous things you see, especially Democrats will say, oh yeah, minorities can't get IDs. It's racist to ask for one. Well, my mom came from Cuba. Whole family did. Guess what they were all able to successfully get? An ID. Guess what I was able to successfully get? An ID. You need one to check out a book from the library or just buy booze at the store or tobacco products. There's no legitimate reason for someone not to have one these days. It's ridiculously easy to get. But people will argue tooth and nail it's evil to ask someone to have an ID. Ridiculous. Let me know in the comments if you disagree with that sentiment or that statement. Do you think that's the bar's too high? Can't help but think a lot of people are going to agree with Vivek and his take on this, but let's go to the comments section and find out. Yvinsky Kameliov says, quote, the Democrats' greatest fear is an honest election, unquote, getting 69 likes. Let's see here. You do have a contrarian who, this person's whole life just seems to be revolving around trolling people. But nevertheless, it got a lot of likes, so we're going to read it. And it's long, but we'll read it. Oh, Jesus. It is. So, someone by the name of Human, who, of course, has a peace sign, the Ukraine flag, a blue wave emoji, and interestingly enough, an American flag in the profile name. And their profile name is For Human Unity. This person says, quote, your plan for election integrity rings hollow and betrays a fundamental misunderstanding or willful ignorance of the actual mechanisms of voting in America. Let's dismantle your so-called strategy point by point. Single day voting. This isn't a throwback to Thursday in the 18th century. Your plan would do nothing but disenfranchise voters who can't afford the luxury of taking time off to stand in line, often those hourly wage jobs, and not conscientiously, frequently, of course, minority communities. You think propose a national holiday, but not everyone gets holidays off. Think of retail workers, healthcare clients, keep it running, unquote. Which, again, this person's never... There are certain holidays that are federally mandated that most employers are going to say, yeah, we're going to give the day off. But again, you can also vote on the way home from work. Even if that's an issue. Keep the polls open 24/7. Live stream every single ballot area. Just give unparalleled transparency. So I think I debunked. He's debunked. He also says, quote, the evidence, despite your claims, clearly shows that such a move doesn't boost election integrity. It slashes voter turnout and serves only to erect barriers for the very citizens who already have to leap through hurdles for their basic rights. Long lines, extensive waits. These are not signs of robust democracy. They're signs of his system of failing people, unquote. Which, again, ridiculous beyond all belief. He also says, quote, before you offer up solutions that are solutions in name only, perhaps consult research or better yet, the voters who would be affected by regressive policies. We need proposals that safeguard our elections and expand access, not archaic ideas masquerading as reform. Next time, come to the table with something that uplifts the democratic process rather than dragging it backwards. And then it says hashtag voter rights. Again, as ridiculous as this is, it did get 134 likes, which is why I'm covering it, even though I may not personally agree with it. And unlike some people, I don't believe in censorship, so I'm actually glad he's able to post this so people know his opinion. And granted, he's not running for office, so it's not like you not vote for this particular person, but nevertheless, more data the better. Let's see here. So that was one of the most popular responses, and I was going to say, has a lot of text, but yeah, again, let's see here. Let's see. So there's someone did a meme where they have, what was that con artist who pretended to believe in global warming and then sell his company to a oil-based Middle Eastern company. Oh yeah, Al Gore. So they have a picture of Al Gore where they said he was applauded for questioning the 2000 election, which he was at the time. You also have a picture of, and perhaps you're happy you actually don't have the picture showing you, but you do have Stacey Abrams, and the meme is she was also applauded for questioning the Georgia election. Then you have a picture of Hillary Clinton. You're probably very glad you can't see that on screen. Though I should clarify, I love living and I would never take my own life, for the record. It's a picture of Hillary Clinton and it says, applauded for questioning the 2020 election. Then you have a picture of Donald Trump and it says, arrested for questioning the 2020 election. True. Can't help but see the discrepancies in the way people are treated. And that meme, or that picture compilation, got 117 likes. Craig Chamberlain says, quote, why is it in 2013, with all the advances of technology and blockchain, that we cannot validate our votes with nearly 100% certainty? Banks do it with money all the time, unquote. Got 154 likes. Let's see here. Arcane says, quote, Vivek's ideas have become the mantra of Republican candidates. This country needs Vivek, unquote, getting 32 likes. All News Matters says, quote, yes, if democracy is important as claimed by the left, makes it a national holiday, voter ID, full transparency, and stop allowing deceased people to vote, unquote. Person got 11 likes. Someone did a picture compilation that said leaders who have their political opponents arrested, and they had a picture of Benito Mussolini, Adolf Hitler, Mao Zedong, Joseph Stalin, Idi Amin, Fidel Castro, Pol Pot, and then Joe Biden. That got 21 likes. Let's see here. Continuing to go down. Still seems more support than not. Maybe I spoke too soon. Somebody named of Durej Caller said, quote, a massive no to single-day voting. It has been a million times better in cities to vote early. Practically walk right in and vote instead of standing for hours, all caps, unquote, getting 12 likes. And again, all you'd have to do is scale it differently, and you have more people working the polls and more boxes to put ballots in. I mean, you just have to scale it differently. I also think that the voting machine should be made in the USA and open source the software so you can actually see all the nuances in it. I mean, there's a lot of theories when it comes to the voting machines and the tabulation machine's not working. And just ask Carrie Lake, they didn't work for her because they used the wrong paper, but they still allowed the vote to proceed. Another topic for another time, perhaps. But it is really weird that voting machines are made in another country. I mean, just a quick Google. I believe they're made. What was it? Republic? Where was it? Where are Dominion voting machines made? Because that was the biggest name in voting in terms of voting machines. Where are they made? It says made by Election Source. Corporation is founded in Ontario. Incorporated software company maintains headquarters in Toronto as well as Denver, Colorado. But where do they actually manufacture it? We made the change. Setting the second. Oh, where's he? now it's one of those things where I almost have to know. Made. It should not be hard to see. Or find, rather. But in order to get any government contract, if you're on the GSA schedule, which is basically like Amazon.com for government employees, the products have to be manufactured in the USA. As I say, of course, I should say that Dominion machines are always great and they always work 100% of the time. I certainly would never say anything bad about them. Don't want to get sued, you know. So I would never allege that their machines are garbage. Never, ever, ever. Nevertheless, back to the comics section. Let's see here. Someone by the name of Ladasha says, quote, election day is... Grammar, folks. The grammar is what kills me. Is a... I'll read it as written. Election day is a national holiday because government hates the fact that we can vote. Okay, maybe a little bit melodramatic, but seriously, why isn't it a national holiday? Unquote. Getting 13 likes despite the grammar. Let's see here. Let's see. SKAH says, quote, single day voting is only controversial to 1, those who want to cheat, or 2, those who don't believe people of color can figure out how to get an ID. Go figure out how to get one, unquote, getting 11 likes. Lawrence with you simply says 100% agree, gave 5 likes. Lifting Libertarian says 100%, easy problem to solve, 10 likes. A lot of people saying we need integrity back, getting between 3 and 5 votes, or likes rather. Sean Smith says, quote, you missed hand count ballots at the precinct level on video, otherwise not bad, getting 10 likes. So it looks like overwhelmingly supportive of Vivek. Now let me know, do you think those 4 things would be a good, solid path to guaranteeing election integrity? Again, those 4 things that Vivek is proposing is 1, single day voting, 2, make election day a national holiday, 3, paper ballots, 4, government issued voter ID matched to the identification on file. I don't believe there should be a lot of controversy around these notes, but let me know in the comments, do you think this might be a point of contention that alienates some voters for Vivek as he struggles to increase his percentages when he's going for the Republican nominee? It'll be interesting to see, but when it comes to the Magic 8 Ball, I think for this particular statement, this will probably help Vivek. Or, as Magic 8 Ball would actually say, is the outlook is good. Perhaps. Maybe. Time shall tell. Thank you, everyone, for taking the time to tune in today. Again, I'm trying to get to 4,000 subscribers by the end of November, so if you could click that button, I'd greatly appreciate it. Also, leaving a comment is a great way to let me know what I could be doing better, or just sharing an appreciation with how I'm currently doing things. But I'm always looking to improve the show, so critique is always appreciated. Lastly, don't forget to take the time to tell your family, tell your friends, tell your coworkers, heck, tell your enemies, tell anyone and everyone. Just stay safe, fight the good fight.